With all of Donald Trump's legal troubles coming to a head, let's not lose sight of the other dishonest, scandal-plagued Republican institution that is in legal jeopardy right now. That, of course, is Fox and the $1.6 billion defamation suit brought against the company by Dominion Voting Systems. Today, attorneys from both sides faced off in a Delaware courtroom in an attempt to persuade the judge to rule on the case before it heads to trial next month, with Dominion's lawyers pointing to the trove of text messages and emails between prominent Fox hosts and executives, privately acknowledging that the claims of widespread voter fraud they aired were not true as proof of defamation. Lawyers for Fox, on the other hand, argued that they are completely protected by the First Amendment. It all comes as a producer for Tucker Carlson and Maria Bartiromo at Fox is suing the company, alleging its lawyers coerced and intimidated her into providing misleading testimony. Joining me now is Katie Phang, trial attorney and host of the Katie Phang Show here on MSNBC. Katie, great to see you. Let's start really quickly from the sort of case ongoing today. This is what the Dominion lawyer said. Unlike every other single defamation case, we had their own words, and in fact, they knew they were false. And in some cases, they were recklessly disregarding the truth. That's Justin Lawyer, the lawyer for Dominion. Is it that cut and dry?
It is, and what the judge heard today in a Delaware courtroom, Joy, is not something that he hasn't already read. At a summary judgment hearing, all of the evidence that's going to be presented has already done so in the legal filings that have been filed with the court. So what does that mean? Well, we know, and my sources have told me, basically the judge didn't finish, but he was going to give everybody as much time as humanly possible to be able to do so, which means everybody comes back tomorrow. My sources also tell me, Joy, that the judge will not rule from the bench, but will give you a very good idea as to where he's going to be leaning one way or another. But it really is that cut and dry. The law is black in terms of this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. But the real nuance that we're kind of looking at here is whether or not a judge wants to say, you know what, I don't need a jury to hear this anymore because it is that clear on its face. Some of the questioning that came from the judge today to the lawyers indicated that there would be maybe a little bit of skepticism that the judge at this stage would say, we're going to take it out of the jury's hands. So if the jury gets it, it'll be April 17th for 6 weeks, and 1,800 juror questionnaires have already been sent out.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's move to the other case. So this is Abby Grossberg. I read through her filing today, and it was a lot. It was a litany of all the sexual harassment. Roger Ailes apparently, he wasn't even doing his job. All he was doing was chasing women around Fox, the studios, trying to make them have sex with him. But she talked about the atmosphere she faced there. There are texts in which she talks about the fact that, the audience doesn't want to hear a peaceful transition. That's some of the stuff. That's some of the stuff that's in the Dominion case. But let me read what she talked about. She said that on her first full day, this is according to her lawsuit, Ms. Grossberg discovered that the show's Manhattan workspace was decorated with large pictures of Representative Nancy Pelosi of California, then the House Speaker, wearing a plunging swimsuit. Later that fall, she said, before an appearance on the show by Tudor Dixon, the Republican candidate for Michigan governor, Ms. Carlson's staff held a mock debate about whether they would prefer to have sex with Ms. Dixon or her Democratic opponent, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And she alleges that was the kind of atmosphere she experienced. Also attacks on Maria Bartiromo as crazy, and also Tucker Carlson's show being a dumpster fire of sexism. What do you think the chances that she will have of being able to win a case such as that?
Are you feeling the deja vu a little bit, Joy? Because we've heard this before, right? There have been a series of lawsuits that were brought against Fox News previously by people that worked there, from Gretchen Carlson, for example, moving onwards, indicating that there was an environment. Now, what's really bad about this lawsuit, though, if we're going to stay within the lane of these allegations of sexual harassment and hostile work environment, is that Fox was supposed to have fixed that problem. Yeah. After the whole thing was taken care of and those myriad of multi-million-dollar payments were made, Fox is supposed to fix that hostile work environment and make it better. But Abby Grossberg in this particular situation is very interesting, right? Because we saw her in the Dominion lawsuit versus Fox News. Right. She, being a booker for Tucker Carlson and working for Maria Bartiromo, actually was deposed under oath and said that, nope, we actually didn't gatekeep it. We knew it wasn't true, but we put these guests on anyway, and we let them say what they were going to say, knowing that they were going to spread false information about Dominion and spread the big lie. Now she's saying she was coached by Fox lawyers to say exactly what she said in her depots. So it kind of makes you think this helps Dominion. It helps say that they all knew the whole time, but she felt like she had to sit there and say something to help her employer. Now she's been put on administrative, I think, leave, or she's actually been told to go away from the network. But ultimately, if she can prove her case, she's trying to save her own credibility because she's already been dragged through the mud because of that Dominion lawsuit.
Yeah, she's working at CBS. She was just at NBC Universal for a while. She's like an actual journalist. Do you think Dominion winds up calling her as a witness?
Well, that's really very quickly. I'll let you know. We file witness lists when we're trial lawyers, and there was actually oral arguments today in court, Joy, about whether or not witnesses from Fox's witness list would be forced to appear to testify live in that trial in April. Not only was Abby's name indicated as one of those witnesses, but also Rupert Murdoch, Lachlan Murdoch, Viet Din, and some other folks, including Paul Ryan. What do they say about somebody like Rupert Murdoch? Quote, he doesn't know anything, but you and I both know we've seen those texts in that depo testimony that he does, but he also says it's too hard for him to go. But Joy, he's getting married for the 6th time, so he can get married, but he can't go to trial. Makes you wonder what's the priority there.